Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we have two new formations for Crystal Beetle which are topping the charts. People have broken 100 billion damage with these teams today. However, you are going to need to have Mystic Charms on Shakir, a full set of Mystic Charms if you want to get this big damage boost. Otherwise, the video I uploaded earlier today, those teams are also going to be top performing teams as well, and you can check out that video. But this is really interesting, and also it is now going to be important for you guys to be crafting these Mystic Charms onto Shakir like we recommended in our crafting guide before, because this will give him 5 skill power, and that skill power will be translated into an attack buff for himself and his allies when he's in his Lupine's aura. Okay, so there are two different formations. We have 4 attempts left. I'm going to lead it off with what probably is going to be the top performing team for me, which is this one with Lily May. Now you're going to have the Verdant Spell because this is going to increase your haste for your supports like Ludovic. That will increase the damage from his skill 1, his HP per second damage, because he'll be able to cast it more frequently. And then you'll also have Lily May giving her penetration to increase her damage. Main Freyasto is in front of the Illusion Freyasto. Shakir is blocked off in the corner, and Smokey off to the side. So the reason why this is so effective for Crystal Beetle is the Beetle boss runs up towards your team, and then Shakir is in a position where he's actually buffing up everyone on your team with the Lupine's aura, which means it counts as having 5 different non-summoned allies within our Lupine's aura, because even the Freyasto Illusion counts as a non-summoned hero because it's placed at the beginning of the battle. And that is going to be, so with the Mystic Charms, you're going to have a 12.5% attack boost from Wolf's Will per each ally. So 5 times 12.5 is going to be, that's going to be like 62.5% attack boost, and for himself and for his allies if he has plus 10 exclusive equipment. So for this, you're going to need plus 10 exclusive equipment on Shakir, and then you're also going to need the charms. But when you have both of those things combined together, this team goes crazy. Look at this, 45 seconds left, all the way up to 61 billion damage. The other thing is, because in the fog, you have boosted energy recovery, Shakir will never exit his wolf form. As you can see, he is just permanently maintaining his energy, and that is going to be permanently applying the buff to your team for the whole fight. Magical damage sources are increased in the Crystal Beetle, so that will increase Lily May's damage. However, the HP per second damage from Freyasto, Ludovic, and Smokey, I believe that is still going to be fixed because it's like a set amount of HP per second. Not affected by like damage boosting and damage reducing mechanics. But anyway, let's see what we can get here. 15 seconds left. And as for the charms for the other heroes, apart from the Shakir charms, it's really important to get Ludovic charms. The Insight charms are going to give him 5 skill power, and that is going to increase his HP per second damage by a lot. Okay, so with this team, actually I'm not even going to... Okay, yeah, we get a new record, almost 92 billion damage with this team. And if you have high investment, like people who have a plus 15 exclusive equipment, Smokey, plus 15 exclusive equipment, Ludovic, and yeah, pretty much that, some Paragon Ascensions, people have broken 100 billion damage with this team, which is crazy. Yeah, so there we go. We can share that formation. And now I want to show you the other formation you can run with Talene. And it will depend on, for example, if my Talene was Supreme Plus, maybe the Talene team would be better for me. But right now, because my Talene is Supreme, it is pretty similar. It does almost the same. But you're going to have your main Freyasto in front of the Talene, Illusion off to the side here, Smokey on the left. Again, Shakir is going to be blocked off to basically run into the middle of the boss and have the boss walk up to your team. And let's go for it. Okay, so like I mentioned, the 2 key charms for this team are, first importantly, you have to get Ludovic's charms because that increases his damage in Crystal Beetle by a lot. And then even if, for example, you don't want to run the Shakir team, you can check my previous video where we had the formations for the non-Shakir teams, which are also great options. And if you don't have Shakir with his full set of Mystic Charms, then those are probably going to be better for you. Basically just using Mikola instead of Shakir. But Shakir is going to be an upgrade to Mikola, and that's a crazy thing because from the time Mikola is being released, up until now, Mikola has been a staple in pretty much every endless Dream Realm boss, like in the overall best top performing meta team. But now Shakir is actually replacing Mikola in this team, which is crazy to me because it hasn't happened before. And even like in all the Heroic teams, Mikola is always a great ally to have because she can get devoured and you can still gain the value of her honor arena for the attack buff. So she's like one of the best targets to be devoured for Heroic. Yeah. Okay, but those are the two key charms. Then on top of that, I mean, if you can get the Talene charms, that would increase her damage as well. Maybe if after getting them, I don't have her charms at Mythic Plus yet. If I could get the Blast charms, this team would probably be scoring higher for me than the other team. And Smokey's charms, they kind of help. They increase the attack buff he provides from 20% to 25%. But that is really a minor amount in comparison to the amount that Shakir is providing. Like Shakir is providing, like we said, 62.5% attack buff to all allies. So whether Smokey is providing 20 or 25%, it doesn't make much of a difference. Now, if you run this team without having the Mystic Charms, you're only going to be getting 7.5 times 5, which will be around about 37.5% attack buff for your team. So that's a big difference from 37.5 up to 62.5. Okay, so this team is doing a little bit worse for me, but if I had the charms for Talene, then I could definitely see how this would do better. And if I had Supreme plus Talene, then almost definitely this team would be doing better for me. If we take a look at the damage chart, Ludovic is dealing a lot because basically the attack buff from Shakir is increasing Ludovic's attack to increase his HP per second damage, and it's also increasing the massive damage from Freyasto as well. In Crystal Beetle, magical damage sources have more value, but it's still, like, your HP per second damage is going to be on top of it all. And I have other people who have sent me replays, and the funny thing is, okay, we're not even beating Splash, and Splash, he doesn't have Mystic Charms on his Shakir. He's still running the old version, like with Mikola, for example, and I can just briefly recap those formations in case you didn't check the previous video. But with those teams, he managed to get the 91 billion that he has right now. So this was considered to be the previous best team, with the main Freyasto in front of Mikola and the Illusion in front of Talene. Some people did the reverse and had main Freyasto in front of Talene, and you can try that to see if it does better. But this was the previous best team, basically with Mikola instead of Shakir. And if you don't have Mystic Charms for Shakir, then this team could maybe still be the best for you. But in the future, when you get those charms, and that will also make it a priority to get those charms for Shakir, to plan for your future to be able to run the optimal team. Okay, now the other team, which was also doing pretty well, is, if I can find it, this was my highest score, 75.7 billion damage, and this was with Lily May, so no Talene, and the main Freyasto in front of Mikola, Illusion off at the back with the resonating spell, and Ludovic and Smokey. And these two teams, so like for example, my highest was 78.7 billion. But now by using the Shakir team, I upgraded from that to 91.8 billion. And that's like a 13 or 14 billion jump in your score, which is huge. And yeah, with the plus 10 exclusive equipment Ludovic, plus 10 exclusive equipment, or plus 12 exclusive equipment Smokey, I have to, like, if you want to optimize, you will also eventually want to upgrade them. And you might be thinking that couldn't there be a better upgrade for Verdant Spell, but things have been tested. Well, like Resonating Spell has been tested. It's not really doing better. Verdant Spell is doing better for most people. And it is because of what we mentioned, which is that it provides haste to your supports. That will increase the haste of Ludovic, and that will reduce his cooldown of his Life Weaver's Bloom's active ability, and that will cause him to be able to cycle his HP per second damage more rapidly. And for Lily May, it increases her penetration to increase her damage dealt, which is also good for this boss. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Just a quick update with the new meta top performing teams. And shout out to Daragon and Laundromat for coming up with these two teams. Yeah, it's amazing how people cook up these teams and figure them out, and like just to optimize everything. And it really comes all down to the positioning. And so yeah, this is something we're going to look forward to tomorrow in the lone gaze boss, because that is also a boss where you are grouped up heavily, due to the how the boss, like, you group up all around the boss while you're attacking him. And so you can take advantage of Shakir. And again, so Shakir's Mystic Charms are going to be a big priority for the boss tomorrow, and try to make sure to get them crafted as quickly as you can, and hopefully by tomorrow. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.